you can let it go. You've been doing all the doing. And so, whatever it is that you've been doing to make something happen, I want you to trust that it's already happening. It's already in motion. It's already on its way to you because your whole life, you've been holding on to this tense, contracting sort of energy. And you think this is what you're supposed to be doing. You think this is how it's going to happen is by holding on, by exerting so much effort. You've been holding on so much like this until maybe right now, as you've been listening to this video, you're starting to let go. You're releasing the muscle tension. You're sinking in to the present moment. Because so what if you just let go? So what if you just released whatever it was you've been hanging on to? Sink into the lightness of it all and become enlightened, if you will. If you could do that, you would finally be able to see that things don't happen when you hang on. You allow things to happen when you give it a lightness. If you could just allow everything as it is right now, to just be as it is right now. That might sound irresponsible. That might sound careless. That might give you anxiety to do so. And with that anxiety, you feel the need to go in and fix things, do things, hold on to things. Perhaps that gives you a sense of safety. But imagine you just woke up and you allowed yourself to do everything with this carefree attitude. And you just allowed your body to take itself through the day, be with a sense of non-attachment, allow yourself to just be with everything instead of this need to do everything so cautiously or so perfectly or with such worry and fear, but with a surrender. Because with the surrender, you give up control to make anything happen because it's already happening. You don't have to do anything. Trust me, because it's already on its way, whatever that is. And it might not be what you expect, but it's on its way. It's coming. And now, and now I need you to give space to what that is instead of holding it back with your holding on. Instead of manipulating it, just allow its natural manifestation to have space with grace instead of with control and anxiety of your thoughts. You see, the body is this vehicle that is always moving. You are always moving yourself throughout the day. But so are your thoughts. So what if you were just your body? Then what would happen? What if your thoughts were not there? Well, then you'd be like the scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz without a brain. And his body was always flopping around. So it's not the thinking brain I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this kinetic energy. Just as kinetic energy is energy in motion, so are emotions. The way you feel about something either gives it a force to cause motion or it doesn't. Therefore, there's nothing you need to do but just be. Be in your own natural force of energy that is already causing motion. If you understand the higher self as your ultimate potential to operate within your higher self, then to access it involves continuously moving forward, but not in the way that you think so. Because it's not so much forward, but upward in a state, in a vibrational state. The more upward in your vibrational state you can reach, the more forward direction you will watch your life go. So even if your steps are feeling very small or uncertain, your forward movement is not your responsibility. Your upward movement is, which leads to your forward movement. But you have to let go of all of that tension in the body because it needs to have an option. It needs to have an opportunity to be able to lift, to feel the lightness. And this is what the body is doing, one step in front of another. Continue to go about your day without thinking about the thing, without thinking about what it usually brings you such anxious tension to your body. Release the anxious tension. Continue to go about your day and watch what magic will happen. Why do you think people are going out there using substances to cope with their problems? Because they need to let go. They need to feel some release. They need to feel some lightness. They need to stop thinking in such a way that is giving them so much grief that nothing is happening. They need a break. But you do this for yourself without substances. You give yourself a break from all of this holding on in a purposeful, conscious, healthy way. You engage in practices that create movement in your life, like meditation. You wonder, how can sitting still create movement in my life? Because sitting still allows that vibration to move upward in your physical state, in your vibrational state. So therefore you can move forward. So therefore you watch the movie play. Your character development unfolds before your eyes. You journal, you write. That is a very kinetic motion of writing that is encouraging your energy, that is encouraging your energetic uptake to ignite. You go for a walk. You literally put one foot in front of the other with nowhere in particular to go. And you come back home. Kinetic energy shifts is what we're looking for. You make dinner. That is a motion that you participate in a mindful way. Just the act of creating something that you're going to put into your physical body and be mindful if that is allowing you to lift or if it's contributing to your tension. These actions act as energetic shifts that elevate your vibration. These actions can be considered non-action. Many people resist non-action because they're not directly doing something that's influencing what it is they want to have done. Which is why you need to learn how to let go and trust that it's already on its way. If you have already set the intention for what you want, as you would have heard in my last video, and you do so with the belief that it is possible, and you do so from a vibrational energy that is high enough to allow it to manifest into your present moment reality, then it's already coming. All of your worrying is worshiping something that doesn't serve you. In my last video, I discussed the importance of the law of vibration as the most important law there is. Your energy field is what causes the kinetic motion. So there's absolutely nothing that you have to do except to get your vibration right, get your energy right, and then step back and let it happen. Most of us know all too well that just before it gets better, it gets worse. And this is what it will feel like when you let go. But you must ride the wave, just like you ride the old habits you've been hanging on to. Letting those go is also painful, but they need to be let go of. The attachment to those habits are no longer serving you. And it can be excruciating to think of. You feel the pull of whatever it is that's luring you back into its habit. There is a resistance, and that resistance is an energy. It's there to test you. We'll call that one your ego. Until you allow the higher self to step in with its calm, soothing, releasing, non-attaching energy. And what a relief that is. Not to say the ego is not going to come back to test you over and over. And so that's the game. That's the game you're playing of non-attachment, in letting go. Holding on is how you may have been your whole life, with the ego controlling effortlessly, it seems, to be holding on. But that creates a lot of friction. It creates a lot of tension in your life. You feed into the habits that give the illusion of letting go. But in the morning, your energy is anxious and worrisome. It's still there. You haven't let go at all. You're hanging on to the illusion of control, when the reality of control is to release it, let go of it. This could be a relationship, a business, money, success, love, even freedom. The more you hold on to it, the less space you give it to express itself, the less it can be yours. So step back, work on your own emotional frequency, and allow what's meant to be yours to enter with lightness. It might surprise you. It might not look like what you thought it would, but know that it's already on its way. Your resistance is what keeps it at bay. But your release gives it permission to enter. This is meditation. Meditation is sitting. Meditation is just being. Meditation is non-acting, non-doing. Many things will come your way. You will see them, you will hear them, you will feel them as you sit in meditation. But then it's up to you if you attach to them, believe them, feel the need to change them or alter them, react to them, be immersed by them. Even the good that may find you, even that, you will not attach to it either. Because once you allow everything to have an as it is attitude, then you sit in the vibration of allowing without doing, allowing without needing to control it or change it or attach to it. And from that place, you allow what is in your highest good to enter. Because it may be the thing that you deem negative from an egoistic point of view. That thing might be what it is for you in that moment, but you resist it based on a negative belief about it, while your higher self released the negative view about the negative thing and allows it, and can only do that with one very powerful tool. And that is from the vibrational state of letting go. Letting go of the mind telling you that the thing is good or bad, right or wrong, helpful or damaging. Again, I know this might sound like an irresponsible way to be, and so that is another opportunity for your higher self to explore and for your ego to step back from. Is it your ego saying that this is irresponsible of you, or is this your higher self? The higher self would present something else to you instead. If not that, then what? What are we open to instead? The higher self is always open to new possibilities, new perspectives, instead of limitations and loopholes.